Today, since it's almost Easter, I mean it's like basically a month until Easter, a little less, we're going to be making mini Easter baskets to celebrate. Now, I know it's not almost Easter, I literally just said that, but like, these kind of take a while to make, so giving you time to prepare. So we're going to start off by making the eggs, and these eggs that I'm making right now are not chocolate eggs, they're kind of just like random swirly eggs, like in whatever colors. So I'm using air dry clay, not polymer clay, because I don't know how to use polymer clay, so I'm just going to use air dry clay because it's simple. So to make the marbled effect, I'm just taking two colors and mixing them around a little bit, just like I did in my clay chocolates video. And then I'm going to smooth it out into an egg shape. And since there's some cracks, I'm smoothing those out. If you're having a lot of trouble smoothing it down, I recommend using a little bit of water, but like not too much so that your clay is drowning. That is not good, because then your clay is dead from all that drowning. So just remember, use a little bit. And now I am marbling the clay again, so here we go again. And I'm smoothing it out. So as you can see, these are the motions that I'm doing. You want to press firmly down, but you want to like pinch it on all the sides so that like it doesn't just flatten out. It becomes like a sphere kind of, Man, these descriptions are great. So anyways, I like to use my thumb. I don't know why, but I feel like using your pinky finger to smooth this isn't exactly comfortable. That's why I use my thumb. Also, it's the one closest to the camera, so you can kind of see it better. Also, I use my fingertips to pinch the tip to make it like a point, so what an actual egg looks like, how it's pointy at the top. And you'll notice that these two eggs are different sizes, and that's the way we want it to be. But of course, you could make yours the same size. Now I'm going to make a chocolate egg. But first I have to make a lighter brown because this brown right now is too dark. Of course, I'm marbling all of my eggs, but you could just make them plain milk chocolate or plain dark chocolate. I don't know, whatever chocolate you want, as long as it's not white chocolate, because that's just plain sugar. And as you can see, I'm trying to make a really light shade of brown to go for like the really, I don't even know if there's chocolate that's this light, but we're gonna assume that there is. Once again, here we go with the pinching and the smoothing and the rolling. Okay, now we're on to the next one. And for this one, I basically just did the same thing. It's basically the same thing as the last egg I did, except this one has a little bit more of the whiteness. Yeah. So I have to let them air dry, and I actually let these dry for about a week. But you definitely don't need that long. And now we're going to be making the foil wrapping. If you're skipping this part, you're basically done. So, good for you. So I'm taking these permanent markers and I'm I'm drawing on designs. I'm tracing them from my mind though. I don't know, words. And you want to cut a piece of foil that is large enough to cover your eggs. But that's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just going to assume that you know that. Well, I just said it, so you should know that. And there are, of course, other ways to decorate your foil. For example, you could paint on them, you could use more markers, you could just leave it plain. You can use puffy paint, you can glue felt to it. I don't know, you can do like all sorts of things. So now I'm going to cut at the end to make sure that it's not too big. And as you can see, these are the ones that I made out of different mediums. And for the painted one, I struggled getting the paint to stick and not crack, so wouldn't really recommend it. Although I did put a coat of Mod Podge over it. That didn't really help either. So now we must ruin your perfect foil. It's not really perfect at this point, but yeah, I like to wrap it around it like it's a little cozy blanket for the eggy. Eggy, that sounds so weird. But yeah, you can see, you know how to wrap tin foil around things, I assume. And with the painted one, it's kind of weird because there's it's silver on the other side, so it's not going to be exactly smooth. Also, these kind of look like foil wrapped potatoes. Yeah, and that's it for this tutorial. I know it's pretty short, but I have some interesting stuff for the future, so look forward to that.